Sorry to keep you waiting. However, I suppose you're more delighted about witnessing me late rather than actually seeing me. I got on the wrong bus during the transfer. Why don't you tell me about what you planned for us today? How reliable is this weather forecast? Let's go. The first stop on your itinerary is that hillside flower shop. I'll bike. You can ride with me. Are you doubting my cycling skills? Or this bicycle, miss? Since we're affiliated, Oxo Hospital also received the notice. I'm fine. I promise to recite your phone number before I lose consciousness. Sorry, I thought going slow was one way to make our date last longer. After all, we haven't seen each other in quite some time. Then hold on tight. No, it's nothing. Having someone who truly cares for me makes me happy. I will.
Here's your lavender. Would you like to check and see if everything is in order?
Thank you.
Oh, right. Lavender is known for symbolizing waiting for hopeless love, devotion, and regret. There's an elderly gentleman who buys a basket of lavender every week. It happened to be today. I must have mixed up the orders. I'm so sorry. How much was it? I'll compensate you right away. Or would you like me to get you a new flower basket? What a beautiful flower.
What kind of flower is this? I think it...
Does the elderly gentleman live far from here? We can take this flower basket and exchange it with him.
I'm sorry, I don't remember the address. Only my grandmother knew him.
If he's a regular, then perhaps there are records of his previous delivery orders.
Oh, yes. We...
We still have a few hours until the ferry's scheduled departure. There's no need to rush. Wasn't regret one of Lavender's meanings? Missing out on tea and pastries would perfectly match your choice of flowers, yes? So that leaves devotion as the correct answer. Every lavender plant has medicinal properties. There's no need to focus on that. But when it comes to the lavender you gave me, I must interpret its meaning. The address matches what we saw earlier. I can smell lavender. This must be the place.
Who's there?
Hello, sir. Are you Warner?
No. I'm Mr. Warner.
Or maybe he's irritable because he got the wrong order. You have me.
I haven't touched that bottle of oil. I left it in the storage room with the flower basket. Come in. You can wait in the living room while I look for it. Watch your step.
It's raining? The weather forecast was right after all.
Thank goodness you two are young and capable. Otherwise, I would have been twice as angry today. Thank you.
Come here. Let's dry your hair first. I asked him why he was drying so much lavender. Aren't you curious as well? Yes, I was more concerned about contamination since it would affect the treatment. He keeps them around, in the same way his wife did when she was alive. She loved lavender. Flowers are the most useless things in the world, and I don't even like their scent. I just got used to smelling them wherever I go. He was slightly angry and resentful when he said that. Perhaps he's complaining about his late wife leaving him with a troublesome habit. Drying hair isn't a competition. We don't need to take turns. Will I be able to stop you then? Your ulterior motive is making my hair messy for the rest of our date? Cooperative? Maybe I do need your protection. After all, I am a fragile doctor. Most evolvers would panic, I suppose. Some might actually do well. After all, the responsibility of having an evil can be a blessing and a burden. I didn't gain my knowledge, skills, and clinical experience using evil. And in my own field of battle, I've gotten to where I am today without relying on my evil. If such a day comes when I become an ordinary person, without an evil, then I'll simply accept it and continue doing what I need to do. There are many ways to stand by your side that don't involve combat. And just Zayne. They used to have these in every school library when we were kids. It was part of a series with over 20 books. Perhaps someone who read this book before pressed it between the pages. All right, let's read the story. We shouldn't disturb it. It also says he's handsome and dignified. You must think quite highly of Snoozer. Is that so? From their very first meeting, the girl knew the boy was from another world. And even though the boy said he'd leave one day, she followed her heart and fell in love with him without any hesitation. Do you understand why? Yes. You've always been the braver person. You're willing to take the first step. There's nothing we need to learn from it. They have their story, and we have ours. Let's wait for the rain to stop. We still have a date to finish.
The heavy rainfall warning was sent out in the afternoon and will last until nighttime. so the ferry services will be closing early. Visitors have been coming to this old dock to take the ferry and see the once-in-a-decade sunset on the river. But today's weather, even though the rain has stopped, we still have the overcast skies. It's hard to say if we'll see it at all.
The trip only takes 15 minutes. Could the ferry depart again if it's not raining once it returns?
I'm afraid not. We've already posted the schedule changes on our official website.
Let's go to the pastry shop for afternoon tea. Playing with the water. Do you mean fluffy and large? Well, now you have the chance to find out. What do you smell? Is it exactly like the cloud you imagined? You've developed quite a grudge against the rain today. I'm starting to think this is part of your original plan. Are you tired? Considering our share of little surprises today, if you're not hungry, perhaps we could replace the riverside dinner with something else. Yes. Wait for me here. The staff recommended one medium with low sugar and one large with 100% sugar. Which will you choose? If you can't decide, you can have both. First I'm a cloud, and now... Look over there. Indeed. Thanks to things going awry, we were given a beautiful surprise. worth celebrating. Cheers. Today's date can also be considered a once-in-a-decade moment. I have a special surprise. Interested? I never sneak off when I prepare something for the two of us. Took you long enough. Play with the sparklers, Miss Fairy. Are you trying to confuse me on purpose? Guess what I'm drawing then. Doesn't it look like a four-leaf clover? Sure. But I'm keeping it to myself for now. Instead of making a wish, someone is misbehaving. You'll know when my wish comes true. Yes, I'm glad we came here. It's even better than what we planned. I don't want this to end, and I don't want to go home. I don't want to leave you. Wait. I still have something to say. I want to spend the next decade with you. The same can be said about you. Rest well. All right. I hope you make it quickly. You already know the answer to that question. Goodbye, and good night. You haven't let go of my hand either, miss. Don't you remember what the storybook said? Those struck by lavender will vanish before their true love's eyes. Thank you. I can feel your determination. It's because I also have a promise to make. I will never let the girl I love be brave on her own.
You know what's essential in love and deep space? Diamonds and crystals, of course. But here's the real question. How can you get them without breaking a bank? Then let me introduce you to Loot Bar. Let's say you want to top up 1,980 crystals, and it would cost you $39.99 in the official in-game store. But in the Loot Bar, it's only $25.86. If you top up through the Loot Bar platform, you will get 13% off. And if you're a new user, you will get another 8% off. So total 21% off. And I know you're worrying about security, right? But don't worry, Loot Bar has a high score, a 4.9 rating on Trustpilot, and has received tens of thousands of reviews, which is enough to show that their service is safe and effective. So what are you waiting for? Go and top up diamonds in love and deep space at Loot Bar. Link in the description.